Hi, this is Mark Berkey at Berkey Academy, and I don't do politics. I don't do news on this channel. I do statistics and economics and mathematics. But this news item is too important for me to just stay quiet on. Recently, the Congress in the United States passed a bill that simplifies the tax code, which is great. Getting rid of a lot of the deductions and getting rid of a lot of the pages in the tax code so that it becomes something that people can actually understand, I'm all for. But one of the parts of the new tax bill says that they are going to tax graduate tuition waivers. In other words, scholarships for graduate students are now going to become taxable. And this is from Forbes. This isn't from a Democratic think tank or a left-wing agenda. This is from Forbes magazine talking about how the GOP tax plan will destroy graduate education. And I just wanted to show you very quickly what impact this could have had on someone like me when I went to graduate school, so that you can understand what a big deal this is, whether you're in the United States or whether you're not. So this is a simplified example to give you an idea of how this change in the tax law would affect or would have affected someone like me when I was going to graduate school. So I went to Duke University from 1992 through 1998 to get my PhD. And while I was there, I earned approximately $10,000 per year back then. To make sense of that number today, it would be about $16,192 if we adjust for inflation. The consumer price index back then was about 148.2. The consumer price index today is about 240. If you look at the ratio of those two, you get 1.62 roughly. And that tells you that money back then would be worth about 162% as much today, or 1.62 times as much. So that's not a lot of money, but Duke paid me a little bit of money during the year to be a teaching assistant, and then in the summers I would work a little bit at a part-time job or sometimes a full-time job in order to save some money so that I could eat and pay rent during the school year. Using that income as a basis, here's what a tax bill would look like under the current law. The total tax bill on $16,194 would be about $1,803 of it. About $1,239 going to FICA, which is Social Security, retirement, and also for disability insurance and paying for health care for old people, Medicare. About $564 in tax would go to the federal government. About $491 would have gone to the state government for a total tax bill of $1,803, like I said. Now, with this tax bill, since tuition and fees at Duke University currently are about $60,000 per year for graduate students, that would become taxable income. So the income would go up to about $76,200. So roughly $60,000 more. And again, this isn't an exact figure. This is pretty close, though. It's about $26,000 a semester plus their health fees and some other kinds of fees that you have to pay. I'm assuming that this bill would not, since this is not earned income, they're treating it more like a gift, I guess. You wouldn't have to pay money into the retirement system based on that. So I'm assuming that you're going to keep that FICA tax the same, but the big difference is that now you're going to have to pay federal tax on that roughly $60,000 of income or gift. Most states, including the state I live in, base their state taxes on your federal taxable income. And so assuming that's true, then your state tax bill is going to go up quite a bit as well to about $4,000. So if you add up all those taxes, your tax bill would be about $17,282, and that's on a real income of earned money of only $16,194. That's a problem. This is going to be a huge burden, a huge disincentive to getting a graduate education, especially in something where you're getting a PhD in biology or chemistry or economics or mathematics, and you're not necessarily getting that degree in order to become a millionaire if you're going to become a professor or a researcher. we make a decent living as professors and as researchers. But making your tax bill larger than the actual amount of money that you're earning when you're just earning a tiny bit of money to be able to get an apartment, to be able to eat, and it's not a lot of money to live on. When I was at school, out of the $16,194, I had to buy all my computers, my software, my textbooks, any other learning materials. I had to buy a printer. I didn't have a whole lot of money left over to have a roof over my head and to be able to eat, to be honest. If we want to have an economy that grows and builds knowledge, especially in the 21st century, providing such a large disincentive for people to get master's degrees and PhDs, especially in the sciences, it just doesn't make sense. So I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. I don't know what to do about it. If anybody has any ideas, if anybody happens to know a congressman or happens to know the president, I don't know, write them, call them, email them, but this is going to be a huge problem for the educational system in the United States moving forward if this goes through. I'll end this video here. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, or suggestions about what we can do, please let me know. I'm open to all ideas. Again, thank you for listening. This is Berkey Academy, signing out.